Hey guys, Dark Endless Pit here, back with a new video. Today I'm going to talk about religion, specifically religion in 2026, and with the context of the war that's going on with Israel and Iran, and just that whole conflict is just remarkable, because it's like we're in 2026 and we have adults still believing in fables, right, and nonsense that have no evidence in this reality. It's very scary. It really is to witness human beings in 2026 still believing in nonsense, bedtime stories, so to speak. And oh man, it's pitiful. It really is pitiful to think that people are still falling for these fucking fables, so to speak. I mean, how many people have to keep waking up into this existence to suffer, right? To fucking wake these other human beings up, these stupid idiots that can't get it, the fact that there is no God to protect you in this existence. People are protected by luck or unluck, or not protected, but people fall into these traps, fall into these scenarios or situations that they can't easily get out of, and they'll pray to these imaginary beings, these gods, or whatever you want to call them. And the fact is, it's bullshit. It's all fables. It's all nonsense. Make-believe stories, so to speak, It's pitiful that people have to use religion to make excuses for the pain and suffering in this existence, disgusting, honestly, because instead of pretending all these things away and acting like there's a God, that making any sense out of this is ridiculous, right? Because you have these animals that are pretty ignorant. They don't know the circumstance that their own parents forced them into. We can look over the maze and we know where we are. These animals, unfortunately, do not know where they are. They have a general idea, but they're not aware, so to speak, in terms of the circumstance that they're truly in. The fact that they're stuck in a meat grinder. The fact that they can't just, gracefully exit, so to speak. Humans and animals, Human beings, the fact is they have intelligence and they have responsibility of using that intelligence for the good, reducing or preventing pain and suffering. That's what a human should be doing with their brain. Minimizing it, or finding ways to fix and solve problems. And as you see in the world of 2026 with this conflict of Iran and Israel, this religion shit is toxic. It's destructive. It's breaks the fucking logic of human beings and their capacity of intelligence, right? Because once you fucking have religion in your fucking stupid head, guess what? You're not going to have any logic left. You're not going to, you're not going to be following a path of, just logic, rationality, and doing what's right, It's unfortunate that in 2026 people are still falling for religious beliefs and nonsense, It's unbelievable. I mean, when I was 7 years old, I didn't fall for that shit. I wasn't stupid enough to fall for the fucking stupid make-believe bedtime stories that people make up or fall for. Unbelievable, I'll have people in my comment section that are religious still trying to convince me that God is real, or God has a plan for us all, or this and that, and I'm just like, dude, you people are crazy. You people are actually insane. Like, you don't even know where you are in this existence. You're gonna make up excuses for this pain and suffering that's occurring every day on this planet, using your God as an excuse, using it as a way to trivialize the pain, the discomfort that human beings and animals have to experience every fucking day on this planet. As a realist, I would never fall for these retarded, ridiculous notions that some fucking creator out there made this planet and have all these ignorant animals eat each other alive and torture each other every day. Why would I fucking believe in some kind of nonsense like that? You know, if you have a working brain, you have a working eyes, senses, your senses are working, it's pretty clear and obvious that what the hell is going on out here. You know, a lot of people are comfortable, so they're not seeing the brutality of nature and existence, you know. A lot of people are comfortable in their apartments and houses, you know. They're just chilling, you know. They're just, you know, not paying attention to what's going on. And there's a ton of fucking suffering in this planet. Ton of it. And religion is the worst way to handle the reality of the situation. Using religion to cope with it. It's just nonsensical. You know, instead of using religion, we should find solutions to these problems, not make excuses by using make-believe, fables, and gods for all this misery in this planet. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable that in 2026, people can still fall for it. People can, like, apparently there's now more Gen Zers trying to get into the whole traditional sense, you know. They're trying to get back into religion. They're trying to go to church, so to speak. I saw this recent news article that apparently in New York City, more Gen Zers are attending Catholic church and stuff like that. And it's pathetic, man. You know, out of all the people, out of all the generations, I expect Gen Z to grow up a little, you know. They have phones. They can see people dying in front of their faces on social media, you know. People can see the horrible parts of life on their phone, right? And yet this generation is still holding on to religion. In 2026, when people are about to fucking fight each other, and we might go to World War III eventually, pretty soon maybe even, and you still think that religion makes sense? You think God, the notion of God, makes any fucking sense to you people? In a world like this, in a world where it's forced upon you, you know, you're forced into this existence, animals alike, and they're just eking out an existence like a bug, and you still think that the notion of God makes sense. That's insane. That's insanity. That is the definition of insanity, in my opinion. To think that you can make sense of all this horrible shit happening on this planet with the notion of God. It's just, I can't believe it. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me because I can't let my brain do that. I can't let my brain find rationality for all this pain and suffering. There is no reason for all of it. It's waste. It's nothing but waste. It's horrible. You see the St. Jude's hospitals. You see what they're doing with these kids. They're experimenting with these kids that have cancer because the stupid fucking ignorant parents forced them into this existence. They didn't use their fucking head. They used their egos, thinking that they're special. And that's the problem, right? They're just perpetuating this pain and suffering because of their stupid religious notions. There is no God. So why the fuck would you force a kid in a meat grinder, you fucking idiot? Why would you do it? You people who want to impose life, you haven't died yet. You haven't experienced that fucking dying process and you think life is worth it. That's the crazy part, you know? That's what's crazy to me. Like, most of you fucking religious people haven't even died yet. And you're holding on to this idea that life is great because God made it. You're fucking retarded, you know? You have no fucking IQ. You can't even fucking realize that. You know, maybe some of these people have suffered and they're just gonna pretend it away. Or they've suffered and they're gonna cope with it with God. But in my opinion, we should use our intelligence to solve the problems. Euthanasia, the right to die. You know, the fact that people should have the right to abort a child that they can't take care of, you know? If they didn't use condoms or Plan B, yeah, they shouldn't have to force a kid to to fucking have a horrible life, especially if the parents know that they can't take care of it and they want to abort it, right? Makes logical sense to me. Why would you let someone live in a worse state than you are having to, live, and they're going to have to eventually die. They're going to eventually lose in the end. And you see with all this war happening, all these people getting bombed, people blowing up on each other, and, it's pretty idiotic if you think about it, because two idiotic religious beliefs fighting each other. Two stupid, idiotic religious beliefs fighting each other. And what's the result of it? Wasted pain and suffering. That's what's happening. That's what's happening with the fucking stupid war that's going on right now. And unfortunately, you have stupid government interests in this war. That's why they want to fight it. And it's horrible, man. It's just, there's no need for all this shit. There's no need for people to stay ignorant in 2026. We need to fucking wake up, guys. This planet, this existence is no good. It's no mas, so to speak. No more, please. Don't keep perpetuating this shit. Don't keep perpetuating your stupid fables, because they don't work, especially on intelligent people. And don't be fucking brainwashing kids with that stupid nonsense, okay? I was a victim of that so-called indoctrination, so to speak. My parents tried their very best to get me to become a devoted Catholic, right? And, when I was 7 years old, when I had certain events happen to me, one of my best friends, one of my first pets, I had a cat that gave birth on my bed. I saw it cry. I saw it in pain, bleeding, puking. It was ugly. It was a horrible scene to see. When you see your friend, your cat, in horrible pain to the point where it's crying, that woke me up. That gave me a clear sign that no, there's no fucking God here. Why the fuck would it let an innocent animal like that suffer, right? Why would it let all these animals, year after year, suffer? That's proof. That's evidence that there is none. Because they keep suffering every day. And it's unbelievable, guys. It's truly unbelievable. So many human beings are just so oblivious to reality and the price paid for this existence. You're eking out an existence like an animal, But the thing is, unlike an animal, you have an intelligence, you have awareness, and you can feel just like animals. And that this shit just ain't worth it, man. The price of existence, just not worth it. And people will use God, people will use religion to make up rationalities for existence. And they'll say that, well, God gave that child cancer because they have a journey, a special journey, or they have a special mission in this life. What, to suffer for no reason? No. What you parents do, you religious parents do, and just parents in general, but you religious parents, all you do is indoctrinate your kids with your stupid religious beliefs, and you try to manipulate your own kids to believe your fucking nonsense so you can perpetuate it, so you can keep it alive. That's all you parents want to do. You want to keep your stupid fucking beliefs alive. You want to keep it alive so you can teach it to your kids. So you can indoctrinate your own kids. And you parents are so ignorant because you're sentencing your own child to death, okay? When you bring them into this existence. It's obvious. Okay? There's evidence all around you. You just have to look carefully. Look at the road that you're driving on every day at work. If you notice any fucking roadkill, yeah, guess what? That's evidence right there that you're in a fucking meat grinder. That's not all for show. That's not fucking a simulation. That's reality. Crazy, man. People don't take this life seriously. It's all a joke to you guys. You religious people. You're supposed to grow up at 18. You're supposed to not believe in bedtime stories and Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus, and you're still believing in a stupid make-believe God that perpetuates pain and suffering to ignorant animals? You think that makes sense? I mean, that alone should be enough evidence for people. That should kind of like make them question, wow, holy shit, people just don't give a fuck. You know, people just don't give a fuck about the truth and this reality. That's why they'll fucking hang on to their religion. Just like these fucking Jews and Muslims. They'll hang on to it, fucking cause a bunch of blood and misery on each other. And guess what? No one wins in the end, you know? Just a bunch of wasted pain and suffering in the end. Especially with this fucking stupid Iran and Israel war. It's unbelievable. But I think that's all I got for today, guys. Just doing a little walk in the woods and trying to get some exercise. But I think that's it for today, guys. Peace out.